Well, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. It's morning where I am in Raleigh, North Carolina. This is Bob with Bob's Leatherworks, and I wanted to show you two more rigs, one of which is a customer's rig, which is what I'm holding right now, and one I just made for myself with a new gun that I just picked up. But this one here, this is a basic, as you look on my website, a basic cowboy rig. What that means is it doesn't have a wax bullet deflector like a gunslinger does, and it's not lined with rawhide. However, because it was immersed in water and allowed to be in there long enough, hot water, the lanolin comes out of the leather, so when it dries, and that's before it's dyed, in other words, I do that immersion before I dye the leather, so then all the lanolin comes out of the leather and it starts to get hard. It stiffens up. So even though there's no rawhide in here, this holster is tough enough to stay open as long as you don't put any saddle soap on it or anything else that will soften the leather. The gun that's in it is my Uberti Peacemaker clone, which you've seen before. Has a trigger guard or a trigger job on it, which makes it real quick and easy to cock. Again, this one's got a rolled throat opening here. You can see right down through it. I have a piece of material on my lap just to cover up my legs and my dirty shorts, which I use in my shop. So there's the rolled throat opening. This pattern that I'm using now is the same basically as the Cowboy Fast Draw Action rig lined with rawhide, and I have put on it the stabilization wings that you will see in The Good, Bad, and the Ugly when Angel Eyes hands Eastwood back, his Anderson rig. You will see these on the back of his holster. What it does is, on an over-the-belt rig, it'll help the holster stay in place on your body and keep it from twisting. See? Just like that, so it's on your body, it will not twist off. You don't see them when you're wearing the gun or wearing your gun belt, but there they are. Okay. Nice wide welt on the back. This leather is finished with Kiwi wax shoe polish, very easy for you to renew. You can take this holster apart simply by unsnapping the holster strap, loosening or undoing this knot so that you can pull this outward, and then you can take this off. You can take this whole holster right off this gun belt right now, which I'm going to do. Okay, there it goes, right there, just like that. And it is edged on, guided on the belt by this slide piece that I put in here right in or on the back flap right here. It's sewn to the back flap of the holster. There's a ledge in here, just like a piece of molding, and it rides on the belt and keeps it from riding up. Here is the system that I use for the hammer thong. Here's the stop for pulling it up too far. Okay, there's the down. I'm losing my shot. Okay, there we go. There's the pull up right there. This goes over the hammer. Okay, and then you reach down and pull it down. Keeps anybody from walking up behind you and grabbing your gun when you're at a shooting event. And also, if you fall off your horse and you get upside down, you'll be just like Gene Autry and Roy Rogers. Your gun will not fall out of the holster. There is the cut down for the fast draw. So this is really the same holster as Cowboy Fast Draw Action holster without the rawhide in it, okay, and without the wax bullet deflector. Okay. Ranger Star Concho. If you look on TandyLeatherFactory.com, you will see all of the various conchos I can put on a holster strap for you if you are so inclined. There are an awful lot of them. So if you don't have a Tandy Leather store where you live and you would like for me to make you a rig like this one, and you want to customize it with belt buckles or conchos, let me know and we can talk on the phone, and I can find the catalog number for what you're looking for, and I can get it on your holster for you. So that's this rig. Now the other thing, of course, let me put that on the floor, is the basic gun belt. See, here it is without the holster. This particular rig, gentleman wanted 15 bullet loops, and that's what he got, and they are of course right behind his gun. See, his gun is here, his bullet loops start here. Okay, here are his initials, which I stamped into this. This one's a little hard to figure out because it's MH and they're very similar. Let's see if I get a little closer to the camera and you can see the MH. Okay, Chicago screws. That means that you can put another buckle on here if you want to. If you put a trophy buckle on here, it's going to stick out this way. Okay, and it's going to add another length to your belt. So remember that. If you want me to make you a rig and you've got a buckle that you'd like to put on there, I can send you your rig without a buckle. All you gotta do is take off these 2 Chicago screws and put your buckle on there, and I will make it so that the tip runs right there. You'll just tell me how long it is and that will get it done. Okay, so there you go. Suede lined all the way, grabs onto you real good. This is a dark chocolate brown suede, but it might be hard to see the color in the video. So that's that rig. Now this rig I made for myself to wear at gun shows. Now I just picked up an old model Vaquero. Here she is. They don't make them anymore. Got her for half the price of what they were selling for, or are still selling for, new in the box, you know, where guys put them away in safes or pawn shops kept them or who knows what. But I picked this baby up for $235, including the tax. And she was beat up, but I cleaned her up, and she's a Bill Ruger tank, and she's perfect. I soaked these grips in lemon oil for 24 hours. They were so dry. So she looks okay now, but she's banged up. But there's basically nothing wrong with her. Great gun. Of course, the big frame. So I made myself, I'm going to lay the gun down for a minute. I made myself a, get this in the center, I made myself a cross jaw rig. You see how big the opening is in here because of this oversized cylinder. And then I put 36 bullet loops on this puppy. Here she is. 36 bullet loops. Now these are Hollywood bullets. The ones you saw on the other rig are Hollywood bullets too. So when you get these from Western Stage Props, they look like they're live rounds because this dummy primer that's in here is just a piece of aluminum. So I ran them through again and punched them all out so that I would know the difference between live rounds and these. There's no powder in here, obviously. I just dropped that one. There's no powder in here, but it's real brass and real lead. So that's why I use them in these things, in these rigs. I'll leave that one on the floor for the time being so you don't see the top of my head bending down. Anyway, same thing. Suede lined, cross jaw, same construction on the back. I did a little bit of the stabilization wing type design here, but it can only go so far, otherwise they're going to stick out. So this will help also keep the holster, see here it is right here, this will keep the holster set on your side. And this one is extremely zero retention because I molded this holster with the gun. Let me get it back in the shot, and there you go, right there, just like that. upside down, this tank of a gun will fall right out. And that's what it's doing. Falls right out. Just like that. Okay. This is called a 3D Texas Star Concho. Neat. Hard shape. Got some engraving. It looks like engraving pressed in, or a mold, probably in the mold when they make them. And looks good on a holster strap. And one more thing to show you, which I got it out, is my Cowboy Fast Draw Action badge, which is right here in a badge holder. This is set up to go on a, let me get a little bit bigger, this is my Cowboy Fast Draw Action badge. I'm 1170 and my alias is Marshall Bob. There's a snap on the back of this, and this badge holder you can use for your CFDA badge, obviously. Those pins are, the pins on these badges are horizontal, right, like that. And if you are in SAS, you can take this badge off or have another holder if you want to get more than one. And your pins are this way. So that's why there's 4 holes in this badge holder. This is a single layer of leather sewn around the edges. Keeps it from stretching. Okay. It's got a line 24 heavy duty snap on it. And it will go right on to, let me get this other gun belt over here. It will go on to any 2.5 inch wide gun belt. Just like that. There you go. There she is right there. Well, you don't have to put holes in your vests. You got some place to put it. You can slide it wherever you want to. And there she is. So, thanks for watching this video. Give you some ideas. Call me up with any questions you may have. Again, this is a Cowboy not a Fast Draw Action, but it's a Cowboy holster just like you see on my website. Okay, over the belt. If it's going to be drop loop, you know, down below, hanging in the slot, then these things are not going to be on there. Okay, because you can't get them through the slot. Very simple. Okay, so thanks for watching, and hope to hear from you soon. I'm getting a lot of views on YouTube, so that's encouraging. Glad you guys are watching. I'm seeing the views. Take care. Have a nice day. Bye-bye.